Hey you guys, how are you? So I just wanted to talk to you guys about the energy of the Divine Feminines, right? And the Divine Feminines are going through, I guess, the reawakening again of what was not and what it was, right? I think for a lot of us, we really had our mindset and our hearts really to this manifestation of the masculine, right? But, if we kind of knew, but, even though it was 1% of that possibility that it could be, we still, hold at that 1%, right? And, it kind of puts us in a place of, I think, not now, because we definitely accepted it, and it's but just the grieving of what it could have been, right? Because there was passion, there was things, but I guess one of the things is that if we can't meet eye to eye, then there's no way of changing people's decision. It's all in their own free will, and that's what it really is. It's up to their free will, and you can always decide to stay in the relationship or to go, or wait for a relationship or go. And I think that's what we were doing. I know that for a lot of twins, we had, did self-healing, and, our divine masculine was very, very strong in our journey, right? For the whole time, right, it gave us motivation, it gave us, that little push to go into something. But I think the thing that we really needed to let go is release that we thought that it was, and it's getting that clarity, right? It's actually like, okay, it ain't happening and it ain't changing, and yes, I shall move on. But I think that we had to decide upon that, and even like that, it kind of feels frustrating at times, because you kind of let this go, but sometimes it's like really puts it in your face, and it's like, nah, 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 nah. I'm like, I told you, I am done. Be gone, energy, be gone. But I think that right now is just the healing process of letting this energetic cord go, right? And throughout, say, last week and this week, I had imagined because there's something that the divine masculine always triggers, and since it's kind of twin flame, right, we mirror what we need to. And I was like, oh, okay, I lost my train of thought. Let me see if I can come back to it. Yes. Well, anyways, I'll come back to it. But it always felt like an energetic energetic cords, right? And I had imagined, I said, okay, let me see how my heart looks like. And, I shouted out to, the universe. I'm like, I removed these energetic cords. And when I did this, it really kind of pulled my heart too. It like literally pulled it out. So the imagery was not so pleasant. So I'm like, well, I can't lie. He had my heart. I mean, it was pretty obvious. But the more that the days were passing by, and because it just was not enough, that the sensation and the emotion on how that person makes you feel, right? It's actually the action, right? Because, I mean, for so long, words are just words, and, you need action to back it up, and there was no action at all. And it was more of a really, both of us really letting go of the situation, right? And the more that I was coming into this, the more I felt that, this is something that I need to let go and really release. And because the odds were very against us. It really was. And it was like trying to make something fit to a person that is not able to do anything. And I think it was just giving the benefit of the doubt to that person. But when, I saw at this time my image of my heart, it still shows some strings, energetic cords attached, like if it bites the heart, right? So it's like, but it's a process, and it's a healing process, and you can't rush the process. And there's going to be times that you're going to feel upset, you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel like, what, forget this, and going to have that energy to move forward. What I can tell you right now is that be with people and see things that motivate you and excite you and bring your inner child out. And what I've been getting guided to is, the times of my teenage years, right? And the reason why is because at that time is when you try to make a name for yourself, right? And you just want to do everything, right? That's where when you have your first crush, and when you go out to the movies, and dress up, so you're getting your style. You're having a lot of social, friends, right? So that's where you become friends with a lot of people. It's starting up your unique self, right? That's where you say, oh my God, I love this type of music, or this is the band that I like to listen to. And so I think that we have to go back to our teenage years and really, what is it that excites us? What is it that looks good on us? What is it that brings us to that energy of getting excited to meet new people and to really start our new life, really enjoy our lives, right? And before that, there's gonna be healing, like I said. But just remember, of course, feel your emotions, but try not to stay there long enough, because it can definitely corrupt you. It really can, and you'll be back in square one, right? And be honest with yourself, right? If you're not ready, you're not ready. But when you're not ready, it's better to focus on self and to do things that you haven't done. And I know for a lot of us, it's like, I already did this. We waited for so long. What can I say, you guys? It's a journey of patience, but it's no longer of waiting for the masculine, right, to be in his integrity. It's time for us to move forward and really aim for our happiness, right? And I know that we're about to meet up again, because the twin flame is never over, right? But when that time comes, we're totally going to be different. I don't know anything about the divine masculine, but if they do, if they don't, I guess that is not our part to take or to even know, because as that, we also haven't, if they had interest, they would have interest. And I guess we have to we have to really look at that. If they have interest, they would be on that. And they don't. And that is something that we have to heal and overcome and learn from it, right? It was just still a questionable of, like, if we knew things now than before, before we were blinded and we didn't know of consciousness. And now that we know, it's like, yeah. Yeah. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? That's basically what it is. And I don't know what to tell you guys, is just to heal, because when we don't heal, we kind of repeat the cycle. And there's something, I don't want to repeat it. It's like, no, I don't. So try to be open to opportunities. So it's basically, when these emotions come up, try not to connect that emotion with your counterpart. And the reason why is because it's just the energy that they hold, whether they know it or they don't, whether their 3D self knows it and they act like they don't. But remember, they may not be in the same consciousness as you, so that makes it a little bit frustrating. And but you have to look at it at that point, that not a lot of people are awakened. And if they have been awakened, then I think they would react differently. But the fact that some of them aren't, we just have to accept that. Just remember how we've been told that, we would have to accept people and their beliefs and how they see things. And that's fine, because that's their truth. We don't put those things upon them, unless they ask questions. But just remember that everybody has their own truth, right? And if you do not resonate, unfortunately, that kind of saddens that the counterpart does not resonate with you. And I think for a while, and I think for that is kind of triggering for people, because that's how it was presented to us. But I guess it's how we perceived it, right? It's how we perceived it, that this person was going to be like, he was going to change, and do so many things and plans, and, and I think one of the things, if they can't be in their integrity, then where are they, right? Where are they now? Or where are they at this time? Because you have to understand that you are in your integrity. And that tells you a lot. And if they are not willing to be in their integrity and be upfront about things, right? And just want to, like, say, drag you along, or, leash you along, then there's something with them, right? What do they fear? Do they fear of, the things that they have? For a lot of people, maybe this is not the time, but you will find yourself, you'll find somebody that will vibe with you. But of course, when you are ready, it's the only way that you will be happy, right? All right, you guys, until next time, bye.